Some say that the biking season coincides with the good weather, and I think I would agree with that. But then others say that there's no such thing as a biking season, and if you're a biker, you should just ride all year round. Well, I do also agree with that as well. I used to be a fair weather biker, but now I will ride in all weathers. But I will say this, if there is such a thing as a biking season, the weather has been so nice lately that this is definitely the start of the biking season. So, with the start of the biking season then, or at least with the start of the good weather and the bike shows and the bike nights, what better way to start the season than with a little ride out with a few friends and see what shenanigans we can get up to. Kind of like what we did last year. And we're off. There are 4 of us. We have Michelle at the front, followed by Ed, followed by Dale, followed by myself, and I have a little pillion today. I have my 12-year-old nephew with me, Jake. So at the moment there's 4 bikes, 5 people. We are heading back over to Torquay to pick up another biker and another pillion, I do believe. Dale in front of me, riding in position 3 there. Dale has a YZF 125. Let's just pull up alongside him slightly. So that's Dale's YZF 125 Gen 2 on a 16 plate. And the plan today was to bring my 125. I did plan to bring Rafiki this morning, only when it came time to go, he didn't want to start. And eventually he did start, but I felt like, no, something's not right here. So I very quickly stuck the voltmeter on whilst he was running, expecting to get 14.4 volts or thereabouts, and we got 11. And not only did we get 11 volts, we also got engine management light and code 46. So all of those problems with my YZF 125 have returned. So I couldn't risk it. I was looking forward to taking a pillion on my 125 actually. I always wondered what it would be like to take a pillion on a 125. I have seen it done. I've seen people rocking up at bike nights, normally on YZF 125s, and they're riding 2 up, and I always wondered what that would be like. Now admittedly my pillion's are little, they're 12, almost 13 years old, but I still wanted to see what it would be like to have someone ride pillion with me on my 125. I guess that will have to wait, because as much as I am sick of talking about Rafiki's stator, it does look like I am going to have to get another one. I actually don't know where I am now, but there are 5 of us. Yes, there are 5 bikes and 7 people now. We've just been and picked up my friend Ed, who's in the middle there, and if you follow the channel you'll recognise his bike. Ed has the lovely little 125 Cafe Racer that I absolutely love. So it's really nice to see that bike again. I'll have a little ride of that bike when we get to where we're going. Always like riding this bike, but it's always about 10% too small for me, and I've never liked the gear lever. Oh, but it does feel good to be back on this bike. Yeah, it really does. It's only got one mirror and it shows me the colour of the sky, so not sure that does much for me really. But it always feels good to be back on this little bike. Ed had a problem with his forks previously. Feel alright to me now. I think you could, if you really tried, you could bottom them out on some of these huge bumps around here. But it feels alright. Yep. I should get this bike back on the channel. It's always a nice ride. Hang on, can I just have a look at these, what did you call them? Old man driving gloves.
Driving gloves, which last about 2 minutes before someone decided to drop paint on them.
I have to say though, although you could call them old man driving gloves, when you pair them up with a helmet like this, and then you pair it up with the Cafe Racer, Ed, I think, yeah, I think you've got the whole look going on. He may ride a 125, but he doesn't shy away from big bikes. Well, that was interesting because no one that I know has actually ridden Laren yet. And it was always going to be Ed, wasn't it? Well, I have no issue with Ed riding my bike. I trust him with my bike. Same as last year when we were here, he trusted me with his bike. But it is interesting finally having someone ride my bike. Be interesting to see what his opinion of the bike is. Go on then.
She is alive, isn't she?
Yeah, absolutely.
She's like the ST, but lighter and smaller, I guess.
Yeah. What do you think of the riding position though?
Awful, bloody awful.
Leant forward, do you feel like you're on a track? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Hang on a minute, let me just back up a little bit, because I don't really get to see this that much. See, yeah. Yeah, you really are leant proper forward. Right, so Sam's never actually ridden a bike. I mean, there's no pressure. It's nice to see someone getting a feel for a bike, especially someone that's never ridden a bike before, and just feeling that clutch control for the first time. He's just ridden off on that and he's never ridden before. He's never ridden a bike before and he just rode off on the 125. I love how the suit really does match the bike. Yeah, perfect. 45,000 miles. So this is Dale's YZF 125 Gen 2, and it's interesting after all these years finally getting to have a go on a Gen 2. And I thought that it was just going to feel exactly like Rafiki. I thought it was going to feel exactly like my Gen 1. But there's a lot of similarities there, don't get me wrong. But it does feel different. And I swear these pegs are higher up. I'll have to have a look at these pegs when I get off and just see if they're different to stock. Now the engine sounds different, but that'll probably be the exhaust. But yeah, it does feel... It's odd. It's hard to explain. It's like a familiarity, but different. Oh yeah, the gear selector. He did say about the gear selector, about it being... I think he's changed it. I like it, I like the bike. I could not live with the gear selector. Sorry Dale, I couldn't live with your gear selector. Yeah, I think I could definitely live with a Gen 2. Even though I prefer the Gen 1 dashboard, this does feel nice. It feels very familiar. It's amazing how much I gel with one bike and how familiar I am with Rafiki, with my own YZF 125. But to get on this one, it's very, very similar to mine, but just feels ever so slightly different. It's the slowest race in history. The last one to cross the finish line. Oh no! Well, it was a race, and the last one to cross the finish line without putting their feet down was going to be the winner. Oh, here we go, another slowest race in history, look. Remind me what these two bikes are. So this one
is a Z650.
Kawasaki Z650, and yours is obviously a Honda.
Yeah.
CBF 1000. Ah yes, like it says there. I could have just looked, couldn't I? Now this isn't normally my sort of bike, and what's interesting is the last one of Ed's bikes that I rode here was his CBR 600 Wisdom that I mentioned, that she is no more. Her fate was sealed last April, May, something around about that time. But that bike felt really good, and I'm definitely getting an armchair feel about this bike. Even going over that bump, then it's like, and what? Like if that was Larren, riding Larren across bumps like that, it's like Buckaroo. But with this bike, it's like, was there a bump there? Yeah, this is lovely. Yes, I'm definitely getting MT vibes off of this bike. Wow. Yes. And being a twin, of course, all your power's low down. Or rather, not the power, it's the torque, isn't it? With a twin. This just wants to go. Yes, it does. It really does. Dashboard's interesting because it is all digital, but it's like the background at the top there is like an analog rev counter, but the actual readout is completely digital. Do you know, it's interesting because this just wants to go. This has got bags of torque. I wonder how much power it's got. I don't know. 70 something. So it's just like the MT. I'm getting MT vibes galore. It's like being back on my DAS, right? You don't feel the weight of it. You definitely don't feel the weight of it.
This bike actually came from MTS in Exeter.
Ah, yes. Yes.
They sold the bike to the person who took her test on it because she wanted it back.
Oh yeah, because you passed your test on this. Lovely.
They're a really good company to go with, absolutely amazing, because they've got their own grounds and that.
Yes.
So they've got their own road network, traffic lights.
Yeah, I know them, yeah.
And they set the bike up for you as well, which a lot of people don't do. So.
Well, we're heading back now. I still have a pillion with me. Not the same one. I have my 15-and-a-half-year-old nephew with me. And he has never ridden pillion before. So this is a brand new experience for him. Admittedly, I've only ever had a pillion on the back of my bike half a dozen times. But yeah, it's nice to have a new biker riding with you. Albeit as a pillion, it's a pleasure. After a lovely morning and early afternoon, Larren thinks it's 10 to 1. It's not. It's 10 to 2, Larren. But it was a lovely morning and early afternoon. It's always nice to do something, have a little event like that, or a little ride out to signify the start of the biking season, or at the very least, the start of the good weather.